Today we're going to be talking about understanding the insurance appraisal process, and this is much different than the real estate appraisal process. We're going to go through that fairly quickly. This is a video to explain to you why the insurance appraisal process is so important, what it can do for you, and how you can get the best possible result through the process. Again, like I said, insurance appraisals are such a different process than real estate. So just be aware when I talk about appraisals, I'm talking about insurance appraisals because I am a certified insurance appraiser. Now, keep this in mind. Insurance appraisal process is much different than real estate we had talked about. Insurance appraisal, what does this mean? Okay. Insurance appraisal, basically it comes down to this. It's a property insurance claim, so it's either commercial, industrial, or residential. And when your insurance company is being unfair or unreasonable during the insurance claim process through the adjustment process, and they're saying, say, we're only going to give you $10,000 of the $50,000 that the contractor is saying is owed, then you might want to invoke the appraisal process, and the insurance appraisal might be the right choice for you. So it's great because it's a dispute resolution process. We can talk about the scope of work, we can talk about the method of repair, and we can talk about pricing. One of the things we can't talk about is the policy. The policy doesn't come into play. We're already in the place that the insurance carrier has extended coverage, even if it's just $1, okay, has extended coverage, and now we are trying to figure out what is actually owed. What is the scope of work, okay, what are the methods of repair, which affect the scope of work, and then all of that affects the pricing. When you don't agree with the insurance company says, so we've just talked about this, you have 4 options regarding a commercial, industrial, or residential property insurance claim, okay? 1 is to do nothing. You could do nothing, and most people do this because they don't know what their options are. 2, you could hire a public insurance adjuster, okay? This might be the right option depending on where the claim is at within the process, especially if the insurance company has not extended coverage or paid any monies yet, okay? So the public insurance adjuster or a public adjuster has their place, and it could be that they need to get involved before you can actually go to appraisal, depending on the situation. 3, you could hire an attorney. This takes a long time, and this can be very expensive. However, attorneys have their place too within the insurance claims process and might be necessary to get what you need out of the claim. So consider that. Or number 4, invoke appraisal can be the right option for most policyholders depending on the claim. So again, if the insurance company has extended coverage, this could be the best option for you. It's less expensive usually than the other options and can be quicker. It just depends on the situation. Now let's talk about your insurance policy. It must say something like, if you and we shall disagree on the amount paid, some version of that. It might not be exact, but some version of that. Basically what the insurance company is doing is saying, this is the appraisal clause. This is the appraisal provision in your policy that allows you to go to insurance appraisal and actually allow 2 impartial and disinterested parties that are competent work out the claim and talk about scope of work, methods of repair, and pricing. So again, this could be a very good option for you. This is called the appraisal clause or provision in your policy. Now, let's see 2 very important reasons the insurance appraisal process works. One is circumvention. You get to go around an unreasonable or uncooperative claims adjuster. If they're not being reasonable and they're telling you, well, we're only going to give you $10,000 even though you need $50,000, and we're not going to take into consideration this amount of scope of work that the contractor must do to bring your property to as good or better than the loss, okay, then you might need to circumvent that adjuster to figure out how you can get your insurance claim fairly paid. Now, independence. This is very important. The insurance company hires their appraiser. You, the insured, hire your appraiser. Each party must be impartial and competent. This is the deal. In the insurance appraisal side of things, we are not your advocate. We do not advocate for the policyholder. We advocate for our position, which is indemnification. If there is damage and it's covered, which is we're assuming it is because they have already extended coverage within the policy, then it needs to be repaired. Now at this time, what is the scope of work? What is the method of repair? And then what is the pricing? So just know that. And then 2 appraisers appoint an umpire. So appraiser 1 and appraiser 2 discuss and agree on an umpire. So if these 2 appraisers disagree or can't come to a resolution and they get to an impasse, then they ask the umpire to rule or at least give guidance on how to move the claim forward. This process works really well. And so I want you to consider those 2 huge reasons why the insurance appraisal process works. Now, a lot of people want to know a few things. How long does the insurance appraisal process take? These are just some roundabout numbers and some guesstimates based on what we have seen. Residential insurance appraisals, the process takes 30 to about 90 days. We just got one paid in like 3 weeks. So it just depends, right? The commercial industrial insurance appraisal process takes 4 to 6 months. Again, this depends. I'm working on one right now and it's taken about 10 months, but it is a multiple $100,000 claim and we're trying to figure this out. So just know 30 days to 3 months on the residential side is about fair, and then the process can take 4 to 6 plus months average on the commercial or industrial side. How to get the process started? Now, this is what we've talked about a little bit before. If the insurance company has extended $1 of coverage for your commercial, industrial, or residential property claim, you can most likely demand appraisal. I say most likely because it depends on what your policy says. So just know that if they have extended $1, you can most likely get the appraisal process started. So there are so many different variables, okay? What I want you to do is I want you to contact us as soon as possible. There'll be more information on the video here, okay? And get in touch with us because we can help you navigate the appraisal process and answer any questions, because part of the thing is for us is we want to make sure we can help you. Sometimes we can't. And so if you contact us, we can discuss what your options are and how to best serve you. You can contact us by going to bellatorclaims.com/property-insurance-appraisal, or you can just go to bellatorclaims.com and up at the top you'll see insurance appraisals. Contact us today because the longer you wait, the fewer options you have.